Hello and welcome to Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I just wanted to do a bit of a sort of review. This piece here is more of a partial correction / revisiting of my thoughts on OBE, Old Bottle Effect. So you've heard me mention when I've tried whiskies that have been distilled around the 70s and early 80s, you would have heard me mention the sentiment, or old bottles of whiskey that's been in the bottle for a long time, the sentiment, what I call OBE, or Old Bottle Effect. So OBE, I put it down to a spirit being in the bottle for 15, 20, 30 years or more, and then the glass starts to taint the spirit itself, which is and still is a widely accepted narrative of that particular glassy and minerality that you get from those bottles. However, recently, like I said, I've tried bottles that's been distilled in the 70s and early 80s, and it's only been in the bottle for a few years. So there's very old bottles, but it's only been in the bottles for a few years. And so I wondered, wow, there's still that OBE, you know, quote unquote OBE flavor in it. And that's when I looked into it more. Now, yes, I still believe that some bottles will have a heavier OBE aspect, but at the same time, there is a distinct style to older whiskies that are distilled in olden days, shall I say, before everything became heavily industrialized and modernized. You know, some people have said that it is the drying of the malts, the kiln, the drying of the malts using coal and more wood, and the residual smoke from that, you get some of that taint. Some people say it is how they malt as well. A lot of companies now, they do industrialized malting, where they are owned by Diageo, Pernod, or White Mackay, or Imperador, and they have massive factories that just malt for those particular distilleries. And so the malting is the same in pretty much most of them, except for the fermentation process and the distilling. So back then, it wasn't so much like that. They did their own malting, floor malting, or own style of malting and drying the malt. So yeah, so just want to partially correct that some of the whiskies that I've tried, I do feel that it is OBE, but at the same time, it could just be the style as well. So yeah, from this point, when I say that, once you've seen this video, then you can put context to all of the ones that are reviewed, and it's either the style of it. If it's in the 70s, early 80s, then it could be a combination of the bottle itself and the style of the, you know, of producing the malt and drying the malt, and you know, using coal, or using coal, even the stills could be coal heated, you know, and that also plays a part into it as well. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update, and you know, and as I learn in this process as well, I will constantly change the context of which I review, because obviously this is a learning process. I can't say I know everything about whiskey. By all means, I learn something all the time, and so yeah, so I just wanted to recap on that, and thanks for joining me in this learning process. Oh, make sure you eat, smoke, drink.